Well, of course, the wind starts picking up as soon as I go to film, but hello, folks. We're once again here in Parts Unknown, Ontario, and we just dropped off this beautiful little 10x16 Simcoe. And what's unique about this one is our customers, in order to match the existing cottage, asked us to do our finished horizontal pine. So I think that looks beautiful. And it's a product we're gonna now offer. So it's usually we would just do this on a porch, but it turned out so great. We're gonna offer this to you all as an additional exterior finish. So all the way around the building, horizontal on the majority of the face, vertical up on the Simcoe dormer. That's not a lot of the building. Still rough cut soffits and trim. And you can see all the way around here. Nice big 4x4 windows in this build. Just give me a second so I don't trip and fall. This side of the building has no windows. Exterior plug here. They did some good site preparation here. This pad was perfectly flat. This conduit here is meant for the power to come in. The panel's like right there, which is great. And I'll just take you inside here and walk you around. Nice big window on the end too, and the door. This does pose a challenge for us, which we talked to the customer about. You can see the little spot above that's pre-wired and moretted so that we can add power to that. Sorry. So this building is meant to be used as an office at this cottage property for our customer, and he spec'd out a window over here, and can you blame him? Looking out over the lake. A couple of nice big windows on this side with the transom windows above. The problem I was mentioning before is when you put this big window in this end wall, there's not enough room to put switches side by each, so we had to put one above the other, which is fine. The top one's for the exterior light, the bottom one's for the interior light with a dimmer on it. This has a 60 amp service, so that's all ready to go for them. We did put another power source up here for a TV, and then 4 pot lights upstairs. So there's gonna be lots of light in here. Plugs all the way around right where they asked us to do that. So this building, being 10x16, is a very common and popular size for us. But this building has lots of upgrades, right? So we have the horizontal pine on the outside, the Simcoe dormer, the transom windows, the big 4x4s. It's got lots of things that you may or may not want in your own building. But what a beautiful space to add to this cottage property where they're a little bit limited for space. We're just gonna use this predominantly as an office space, and pretty good place to work if you ask me. So I'm gonna go back outside. Oh, one of the things about the Simcoe dormer, you can see the center of the roof, and even an Algonquin building, a Simcoe is an addition to an existing Algonquin structure. So we have our peak over here. Typically an Algonquin would match that edge of the peak over here. The Simcoe dormer raises the ceiling height up on that last third of the building, which gives you more headroom. It does cost more money to do that. It's about 150 bucks a foot to add that dormer in there, plus whatever the window costs. But it makes the building feel larger. It does give you more headroom, and it brings some more light and airiness into the space. So we'll go back outside here and just have a look at what the exterior looks like. So those transom windows are 4 feet wide that match the windows underneath them. They're gonna stain this the same color as the garage right next to it, so that'll look beautiful. We did a dark brown roof on it to match the dark brown roof on their existing buildings, and it turned out beautifully. So this horizontal pine will now be available for any of you folks that are looking for something other than the rough cut or the steel. I think it turned out beautifully. That's a great looking building, and will be very useful now for this property where this gentleman wants to be able to work remotely from his office, and lots of light, lots of space, and lots of everything else. So whether you're waterfront, in the bush, or anywhere else here in Ontario, we can do a space for you. This one happens to be 160 square feet. We build buildings from 64 all the way up to about 400. And you can check us out at highlandoutbuildings.com. You can call me anytime, 705-309-9088. Look at that, beautiful. Have a great weekend, folks.